Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've created this Kylie Jenner inspired makeup look today. So stick around if you want to know how I did it. Starting off with Maybelline Fit Me foundations, I've taken 3 shades, one in my skin tone shade to do my foundation, one a couple of shades darker to do my contouring, and one a couple of shades lighter to use for my highlighting. This is a really cheap and easy way to get started highlighting and contouring, pretty much for beginners. Taking the darker shade, I like to call this my Wi-Fi signals. So contouring up the side of your head, from the top of your ear, take a line down to your outer lip line, stopping about halfway. And then if you want to take one on your jawline, just to strengthen up your jawline and diminish any jowls if you have any. Then doing the same on the other side. Next with the highlighting color, little palm tree in the middle of your forehead, followed by a straight line down the bridge of your nose, a little bit on your chin and on your cupid's bow. Then taking it above the cheekbone contouring lines to highlight above, and then just a little bit down the jawline. I'm not doing the putting on the contour under the highlight, under my eyes at the moment, because I find that if you put on too much at once, it does tend to dry out. So you just want to put on as much as you are comfortable working with before it dries out and sets cakey on your face. So then taking Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge and just really pressing it in to buff it in. You don't want to be dragging it across your face, otherwise you're going to end up with all your highlight and contour where you haven't put it. So you're just really pressing it in, and then taking that highlight color and then really highlighting out under the eyes. So from the side of the nose all the way up the side of the under eyes and up to the temple area. And this will really brighten up your under eye area and give you that really highlighted finished look. Again with the Miracle Complexion Sponge, just buffing it away, pressing it in and adding a little more as you need it. And just using that same Miracle Complexion Sponge and some MAC press powder to set the highlight in place. And then using a powdered bronzer, I'm using the Model Co one, which is exceptionally dark. I'm not quite sure how anyone would use this as an actual bronzer. It's like I fell asleep in a tanning bed kind of dark. It's ridiculous, but it does make a pretty good contouring powder. And so once again, just going over where I've kind of carved out those under cheekbone parts of my face, and then going in with a small eyebrow brush and just drawing 2 lines down the side of my nose. It just helps to create the illusion of a straight, thin nose. I've got a big bend in the middle of my nose, which I kind of, if I'm going out or I'm having photos or something, I use that technique to contour it to try and get it looking straight and a little bit narrower. And applying some on the tip of the nose underneath, and also underneath your bottom lip. It creates a shadow and makes your bottom lip look much fuller. So then taking a buffing brush and just again buffing that contour powder out without trying to move it too much on your face, just trying to buff it in, but to buff it in exactly where you've put it. So you don't want to drag that powder like all the way down to your lip line, and you don't want it to be ending up on your cheekbones. You just want to buff it in, blend it in without having too many harsh lines, without moving it too much on your face. So then just taking a big fluffy brush and some translucent powder, powdering on that highlight, and then applying blush however you normally would. Using Milani baked blushes, which I got off the internet, and I really love them. They're really fantastic blushes. Very nice colors, easy to apply. And using my Sigma angled brush, just a Revlon matte bronzer to use as the base color for the eyes. It's a very neutral eye, but it's got really nice colors. And you start off with a bronzer, a light bronzer, apply it everywhere with a big fluffy brush, just covering your entire lid, building up the color in the upper crease a little bit, and then using that same Model Code dark bronzer that I contoured with, going in again and just darkening up on the crease. So just transitioning from one lighter color bronzer to a darker color bronzer, darkening up the eye, getting ready for the signature Kylie Jenner type eye color look, which reminds me very much of the 90s when I was in my 20s. Yay. And going in with the MAC Pro Longwear eyeshadow in Hot Paprika, which I bought at a warehouse sale on the weekend, and which is the color that it actually inspired me to do this whole look, because I've seen this color on a lot of pictures that Kylie Jenner's in and really liked it. And like I said, it's quite reminiscent of the 1990s when I used to wear this eyeshadow color all the time. So anyway, back to the tutorial. Just taking a black Kajal liner, Scandalized by Rimmel, I think this one is, and just smudging it in really lightly, making a really fine line, but smudging it in quite well on the lash line. And then just taking that sort of dark purpley maroony sort of color almost, and working it in to just define the crease and the lower lash line. Again, just using that same Models Prefer Dome brush, which I picked up from Priceline for $5. They had a deal for Priceline card holders, and it is an absolute bargain. I definitely recommend Models Prefer brushes. And working that colour in just back and forth with a windscreen wiper motion, using a flat brush to smudge out a little bit the lash liner. And then for lips, using the Revlon Colour Burst matte lip crayons, which are fantastic. Starting out with number 250, Stand Out Remarkable, just to give it a nice red base. And then going over the top of that with another Revlon Colour Burst Matte Balm in 225 Sultry. And then over the top of that with an ELF Matte Lip Colour in Nearly Nude. And I think those three together give quite a close match to the lip colours that she always wears, or that she always seems to wear. Then just going in with a quick couple coats of mascara, getting right in there. Make sure you get right down close to the lash line, because she always has really black, thick lashes. Doing a quick highlight with MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. All the usual places. Highlighting where it needs to be highlighted. And just finishing up the whole look in general. Just going in again with a Milani Baked Blush. First one I used was number 1 Dolce Pink, but I didn't think it was dark enough, so I went in again with number 3 Berry Amore, just to darken up the look. In with a quick dusting of bronzer, and we are done.